Welcome. I'm Travis.
And I'm Tyler, and this is Strategies for Success, a show that explores many topics while aiming to equip listeners with simple and practical lessons you can use in your everyday life.
Now join us on our journey as we reach for the impossible. Hey guys, it's Trav.
It's Tyler.
Hey, we are so glad to be with you again this week. And today we've got a very special guest. We're doing another one of our episodes about defining success. And we'd like to introduce a longtime kind of sort of co-worker, but also really good friend, Brian Williams.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing tonight?
I'm good.
We're doing good, man. We've been looking forward to doing this and also trying to get the date together for quite a while. And we're glad to be on here with you tonight.
Hey, I'm happy to be with you guys too.
So, Brian, on these episodes, it's a little bit different every time we do them, but we like to ask guys in all different career fields from, we've talked to my dad who is retired. We've talked to my pastor. We talk to different people in different walks of life to get their opinion and their definition of what it means to be successful. So our first question for you tonight is, what does that look like in your life early on? How did you define success?
Oh, I guess early on in life, when I first started in this industry, it's equipment sales. When I first started, unmarried young guy, I was just looking for the excitement of the job and, of course, to make money, right? Looking to move up, and you're wanting to take over the world someday, right?
So,
yeah, yep,
absolutely. I have to give a little credit if you guys listened to a few earlier episodes about the continuous tic-tac-toe board and how a lot of people spend their whole life trying to defeat what they perceive as the competition, instead of just putting their head to the grindstone and getting to work and making it happen. Brian is the one that introduced me to that tic-tac-toe board.
That's funny. That I think about that tic-tac-toe board all the time, and I try to introduce other people to it. Just some people are receptive, some aren't.
You have a unique perspective in this, and I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball at you, but you get to visit with a lot of business owners, and you get to visit with a lot of corporate people. Give us just a few tips of what you think on success when you walk in and you walk out of a business, or you sit down with a corporate guy and you sit down and you're like, man, that guy, he's got it going on. What is that thing?
Oh my goodness.
it's a really easy question
guess
for you.
Yeah, that doesn't sound loaded at all. I thought we were talking about younger and older, and you jumped straight to today. So a lot of times, I guess I would say watch, know the intent, know the subject, know your topic, know who you're going to speak with. Luckily for me in my field, I've been in it forever, so I have a good idea of what I'm looking for and what I'm looking at. And, trust your judgment and ask questions, right? And then look for the answers. And then if you have time, right, analyze what they're telling you. And then see if what they're telling you matches what you're seeing, right? Because a lot of times the picture that somebody paints for you is not the picture that you see yourself, right? So
you mean when we're at
that's one of those that's one of those actions are louder than words. So
yeah.
You can hear their words, but you see their actions.
You mean when we're at these equipment shows and guys say they've sold 50 pieces, we don't just take them at their word?
Watch out for people when they start spouting numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the easiest things to take out of context.
Absolutely.
Well, so how would you say that your definition of success has changed as you've gotten older and been in your career field a little bit more, and just kind of what's grown to be important to you now that maybe was different from when you were younger?
I don't know that the focus necessarily changed, right? I mean, I still go to work to get paid, so I guess I'm still focused on money, right? I want to do the best. Now that taking the whole world over and owning the place, and you know, once you're in it long enough, you realize there's levels that you aspire to, and there's places where you find your happy spot, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know about taking the world over anymore. Finding my happy spot has become more important to me. So as I got older, got married, had children, you know, money became less important. I mean, you have to have it to fund those things, right?
Yeah.
But it's the time with the family and the kids that become the important thing, and that's the focus and what you go work for.
Yeah. That's really good.
That is.
So this is a question we like to ask. So young guy, right out of high school, maybe, or maybe right out of college, you can pick your age group there. And he walks up and he sees you coming out of XYZ business and he says, "Hey, mister, I'd like to be in the field of selling equipment. What do I have to do to be successful?" How would you answer that?
I would say that don't just look for your success, right? And again, you kind of learn that over time. And actually, as I look back, it hits me more now than obviously at the time I was doing it. But looking out for other people's success, helping them to be successful, you'll gain a lot more success yourself that way.
Yeah.
So, you know, learn your business, learn your industry, know who you're dealing with. So that's been something, like you said, I talk to so many different people, and they're different sizes and they have different focuses, right? So to help them, you have to kind of learn what it is they're trying to do, and then figure out how you can help them and achieve that.
Yeah, and to give you a compliment, I've learned a lot from the different sales techniques and stuff from you stopping by and hearing from different dealers and stuff. I guess gave me a different perspective on a lot of things. It's helped.
So I wish I could take credit for any of that, Tyler, but just like that tic-tac-toe game, not my idea, man. Most of them aren't. Just trying to share, and again, if this would benefit you, then I'm happy to share it with you.
Yeah.
You've really I'll brag on you now too. So for our listeners out there, we've mentioned before that me and Tyler are both equipment dealers, but he's in a different city than I am, and Brian actually as a rep for both of us. So Brian, when I first got to know him, I was a kid, and all the way up to now, Brian's always in sharing ideas to try to make the dealers successful. And I'm going to steal Tyler's punchline for our podcast, but one thing I've learned over the years is you can give all the advice that you want, but until you execute and actually put those words. I remember you trying to get me to read that book years ago for a while, and you're like, read the book, read the book, read the book, But also with the advice, like some of these projects like the Veterans Box and the different things that we've come up with, you actually came up with, give it to them. But it's up to the person to take those words of wisdom and then actually implement them.
That is it. I mean, that is the secret, I guess, right? Is you have to implement them. So
And
I'm good at sharing ideas.
If they don't work, you try something else.
Right. So,
well, Brian, man, we are so glad we were able to do this, and I'm hoping we can do it again at another date. But thank you again so much for joining us this evening.
Oh, man, you guys too. Appreciate it.
Yep,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be talking to you soon.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
See you guys.
See you.
Well, Tyler, it's that time now.
It's time for the challenge. So we have a similar challenge in all these episodes where we have someone on and ask their definition of success. A lot of it is just the basic challenge is to reflect and ask yourself those same questions that we asked our guest for that episode. What does success look like to you years ago, maybe months ago, maybe even last week? How has that changed? And continue to try to grow and always reflect on what success means to you at that moment.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we've given you the words of wisdom. I don't know if we did, but our guest tonight did. And now it's time to execute.
Thank you for learning with us.
Join us next time as we reach for the impossible. I'm Travis.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is
Strategies for Success.